gotta log into fucking YouTube again. I raised the bit rate, so it should work this time. Oh, it was at like 1,500 kilobytes. No, I'm using a more intricate system. Got a lot more on. get the backup plan. So now we can write down this one and keep it. They expire. They'll give you more. You know, sounds good. You don't want to see? Can't test it before we go live. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. You can see what it sounds like. Hello, hello, hello. My mic's not even on. Hello? Yeah, it is. Hello? You see how I'm turned all the way up already? See how when I talk it moves the bar's up. Why is the bar up like that? We got a good sound. All right, listen, we're just testing out this new angle. I mean, the live's got this is the YouTube live. Oh, look, I get the YouTube live be that. No, it isn't. I got the door behind. That's how you know which camera's what. Wait a minute. Yeah, why is my you switched it? Okay. You got it set up where I can switch scenes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, switch it where it says. I'm about to start, guys. I'm still doing like a half hour or something. Again, it's the first episode. We're trying to get angles down correctly. We're trying to get reception. We're trying to make this presentable, not janky. Like the first one was just us talking, hearing my voice. I did pretty good. Um, this we're trying to get, the correct shots. So this is what today's going to be. You guys see the Toxic but True Reality podcast. Yeah, we're live in effect. Holla at me. There we go. It looks so much cleaner. So much cleaner. Honestly, I think that's even more cleaner. Understand? Right? All right. I'm gonna talk about three things with this half hour. One, as an icebreaker, this house has a mimic. This house has a mimic. I mean exactly what the fuck I'm telling you right now. I felt this since the first night I've been in this house. There's something. They think I'm crazy because they say it's the house I go to, bro. And I got some people that are, his wife has heard it. I've heard his voice twice in this house, in this kitchen, when he's upstairs in the middle of the night. Yeah, we definitely got something going on around the house somewhere. Yeah, his wife says he's heard. He said that as soon as I came to his house. I'm highly sensitive to certain energies. And Steve, there's a mimic in this house. I'm telling you, I'm going to get some shit. I think we should get some security cameras up in this house. I've got some. We need to hook up the blanks. Yeah, we need to hook them up. I'm dead serious. Didn't do some motion detecting. That's the icebreaker into the segue of the topics I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna discuss the Billy Carson bullshit because now I have a platform where I really can speak on how I feel and what I really seen what happened. And I'm going to talk about Inauguration Day. And I'm going to start with Inauguration Day because I'm going to end on spirituality, which I believe every podcast should be ended on those notes. We can talk about the rabbit holes here and there. We can talk about the truth. But please know that we will close every podcast with a sense of spirituality. Because if that's not why you don't think I do what I do, and you think it's about rabbit holes, you got the wrong one. So let's start. I want you to hear this. This is Don, and I'm going to play it through my cell phone. For people on YouTube, for the live, you're going to hear the cell phone version. But when this is a re-edited version, I will show the video up front and I will cut in between through post-production editing. So here we are. For all y'all that are on YouTube with me, thank you. this journey. This is just again, we're testing some things out, and I gotta get this right where I can look at the camera better. That's all. Just a little niche. All right, hear this and hear it well. This is a it's a crazy statement on inauguration day. Let me just say that he this guy Don Bongino, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, him, that man. He is going to say some things as an ex. Ex Homeland Security, ex Secret Service. You understand? So he understands what's supposed to happen on an inauguration. Expert in his field. I want you to listen to this. This is very interesting. Isn't that interesting? Wow. You know why? Guess what? They really just went into our phone, bro, and they erased the video, people. It's a good thing I saved it. You have to. You have to now. Listen to this, right?
I'll show you what I mean in a second. Another thing I've been telling you about the inauguration's coming up. We're 2 weeks away. Folks, I'm really hesitant to talk about this, but I feel an obligation to put it out there because I don't have any other avenue to do it other than you guys in the Bongino Army. I don't think the Secret Service is prepared. And I think the Secret Service, along with the FBI, are lying to this transition team. This transition team knows it. And unfortunately, there's nothing they can do until they formally take power in 2 weeks. But when they take power in 2 weeks, Donald Trump is going to be sitting there exposed at the inauguration.
So here's not just anybody. Dan Bongino was a police officer, New York City police officer. And then after that, he went and served as a U.S. Secret Service agent from 1999 to 2011. So think about.
Do you understand what he's saying when he says, now think about? Because, again, his expertise in that field. He is saying something. And honestly, me, I don't know who to trust. I know you feel the same way. Don't even trust me. You don't know me until you meet me. Understand? Whoever they are, Billy Carson, I feel like we're being prepared, correct, for something to happen. I would not be shocked. Would you be shocked? Would you be shocked, Cliff, if something happened in inauguration day?
No, absolutely not.
It's like you expect it at this damn point, right?
Yeah,
That's interesting. That's a lot of people are in America today, whether they're proactive or rather reactive. Everybody's waiting. They can feel it. Fucking this base. You hear the helicopters? I don't know if the mic's picking that up. All day. Military helicopters. Clarksville, Tennessee, stand up. What? We're in the frying pan of the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Chicken Fried Chicken. Sorry, guys. I'm just happy to be here. So if you see me make a joke, be personable, it's just how I break the fourth wall. Fucking clown. My head, yeah, meows, yo. I'm gonna try to stop and refrain from using the F word. I'm gonna try to clean my language up, especially for the YouTube, so I don't break no policies. So excuse me for my language. It's very uneducated, and I'm learning to do better. But I would not at all not expect something at this point to happen on inauguration day. Do you even trust information from these propped up talking heads that we think, and this is from a political side, so you got to also look at the aspect of anything that talks political, it's part of the fucking slideshow, the clown show, especially if they have platforms. Please understand, guys, for you to have a platform, right, of that magnitude, you need permission. You need permission. Let's kick it up a notch on permission. If I say perhaps it's me and Cliff, right? I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. Say me and Cliff get big, whatever. It just happens. Out of all the podcasts, we're ones that blow up. You think that me and Cliff won't be approached? After that time we get approached, two things will happen. One, I will sell out But you know I won't do. But that's a fucking that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
that's a scenario because people do. You understand? Or two, you won't see us no more. It will be because we will humbly bow out and we made a force, we made a stand, we grabbed who we could, and my work will forever be done. You remember? There's two, they're going to tell us we're going to have to get down, and we will get down humbly. We got off what we got off. I'm trying to tell you something. Are you hearing what I'm saying? All right? We are being prepped, guys. We are absolutely 100%, 1,000%. This is my opinion. I am picking a stand, and I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should not be taking no stands. I believe prepping. Am I lying? What do you think? You know, I just don't trust the talking head. I don't trust Sean Ryan. I don't trust Don Bongino. I don't trust Tim Dillon. They got me not fucking trusting Alex Jones, even though everything he's ever said has so far come to fruition. How do you know? Seriously. The water's turning, the frog's gay. Remember he said that? The water's turning, frog's gay. This man did sneak a camera into Bohemian Grove after they burned an effigy. These are things he's done. Has he not? Has he not? How does that make you feel? Interesting. All right. And remember, I'm just doing this so we can see how it looks like filming. Because I watched my whole first podcast, and you know what? I shocked myself when I watched it. Okay. I'm not dry. I'm not up here like, so you guys, yeah, you want to go talk about conspiracy? No, I'm not. I'm actually a personality up here. I have no problem viewing the viewers as you're in this room. You know, I don't give a fuck what people think about. And I believe that is one of my biggest strengths. But at the same time, it's also one of my biggest weaknesses because it makes me a little ego heavy in that perspective. You listen, I also want to make this known too. To control the ego is the key, not to destroy the ego. You do know that, right? I shouldn't have to tell you that, but if someone's telling you only death the ego, is it really death of ego, or is it to have the ego submit to the all powerful will of who the fuck you are, the one that's in control, not the ego's in control? Feel FNEs. Do FNEs run you, or does rational or spiritual intentions run you? What runs you? Are you fueled by anger, depression? What is it? Because that's your God. A lot of people don't want to have this conversation, but they need to look at themselves on how they talk to people. People don't want to have this conversation, but people need to start understanding their thoughts aren't of their own. A lot of people don't want to have this conversation. Why not? We're awakened, right? We should be able to listen. You know what the best thing about being awakened is? I'm going to say this before I get into Billy Carson. The best thing about being awakened is that you own your shit. At the same token, you don't tell everyone. I had this conversation with Cliff today. You don't tell everyone every little single dirty detail because you think you have to profess it to rid yourself of sins. No, there's some things, guys, you got to keep to yourself. The world doesn't need to know all of you because let me tell you, the world would use that against you. Your loved ones would use that against you. Your relation and situationships will use that against you. So hold some shit to the chest. It's okay. It's your world. Everyone else is living it. Start acting like it. You know, the system, the circumstance, society, whatever you want to call it, is breeding us for all negativity, even how we communicate with each other on a day-to-day basis. Do you know why the ultimate intention of that is? So you hate yourself. Like, think about it. That's the intention. Suck your energy so you don't know your energy. You're so powerful, they're feeding off you. You understand that? Let me say that again. I don't think they heard me.
For the people in the back.
Yeah, I don't think they understand the gravity of what I just said. I'm sorry for saying that word. I gotta work on that. You're so powerful. They're feeding off you. Make that make sense. Say it out loud. After you go down the rabbit holes, let's get to the basics. The intentions. Again, I have to say this to some of y'all. This is why I'm able to speak on topics like this, because I see the intentions. I don't give a fuck about what happened. If you are not seeing an intention, you are not awakened. I mean that. And only awakened people will be right now, even on the computer, saying, he's fucking right. I can give a fuck about what you're saying. I give a fuck. I know why you're saying it. It's more important. Yes, it. So let me talk about this Billy Carson shit real quick. And how's it look? Is this a better angle than the first video for anyone who's up in here? I'm gonna go on live. Let's go. Is this a better look? Hey, Rico. Hey, do I look good? Y'all. I mean, shout out to Cliff. Shout out to Stacy, his wife. Shout out to his son. You know, I can't wait for this to be 6, 7 now months down the line, and I get to have a certain conversation with his wife, Stacy, just to say thank you. Because none of this is happening without her saying okay. Think about it. Think about it. So you make sure you always show gratitude and respect to the ones that are around you. Always. There is no you without your supporting cast. You even hate to say it, there's no me without Sarah, my baby mom. And let me tell you, we go at it head to head. And I appreciate that woman. I do. And I don't tell her that enough, so I'm going to tell her publicly, thank you. And I love you. And I fucking hate you. Because I do. I fucking can't stand you. I'm sorry, but I love you. And again, I appreciate you. But fuck you. No, I'm fucking with you, Sarah. Thank you. I really mean that. No. Just let the world come into our little fucking family. And this isn't easy doing this. This isn't easy. It isn't. But I love it. And I can't lie. Before I get into this last topic, I'm passionate about it. This shit does feel effortlessly. Can't even talk right now. But it's just me. Y'all really are seeing me. You're seeing me. I am being authentically, unadulterated, motherfucking drag. That's it. I'm just being me. Are you afraid to be you? Can you be you? Can y'all be you? Everywhere. Anywhere. Can you do that? This is another thing people don't want to talk about. Can you do this? I hope I inspire you to do this. Teethness and whatever, ex criminal background. Who gives a fuck? What the fuck? That you worry about other people make you happy? No. Give you depression medication for shit like that. I wanna. Do y'all know what my number one intention is on making content? Let me say that. Let me ask y'all that before I get into this, Billy Carson. Y'all know what the number one intention I have in making content? It's the stereotypical, answer would be to wake people up. Yeah, but what does that entail? To wake people up. First off, I can't wake nobody up. They have to wake themselves up. Have to. I cannot. Physically impossible. Metaphysically impossible. Can't happen. All I can do is provoke that thought. So then what are my intentions since I can't wake nobody up? For people to start loving themselves. For people to stop fighting over the issues they tell us to fight over. like race, gender, sexual creed, ethics, everything. When we don't realize that they are our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, uncles, aunts, nieces, and nephews, all that shit. Cousins. We got hella cousins out here, but we're seeing them as enemies because of a labeling system. And when y'all so quick to label, oh, Crib Bloods, Crips, West Side, East Side, awaken woke bots. You're awake? Oh no, I'm not. I'm awake. I'm not woke. You don't see what's going on. You still think you're thinking your own thoughts? Is that crazy how you went right back into that whole pattern? You know the DSM-5, right? The DSM-5. Y'all know what the DSM-5 is? You can do some research on what the DSM-5 is. And I'm not going to speak too much on that right now because it will get me down to a topic that would enrage me, and I'm trying to keep this lighthearted. And I don't want to go down where it gets to fucking trafficking. And I'm not here for all that. And the whole point behind a certain agenda with the alphabet group. I'm not here for that right now. Y'all know where I'm going. But the DSM-5, right? Do you know what they call addiction now? Rehabs? They don't call it rehab. They call it behavior modification. Do you know why? Because we are habitual creatures. They know this. So they create these habits in us since childhood. And again, I have to ask you, are you thinking your own thoughts? But you haven't even thought that self. You probably never even questioned. Are you thinking your own thoughts? It sounds crazy, right? Because I'm a fucking conspiracy theory. You know, it's fucked up. People like me got more of a grasp on reality than a lot of y'all. They're living a dream. But wake up, Neo. You're living in a prison. You hate your neighbor. You don't know why. And they're attacking our women to single them out. And that day of reckoning is coming. And I feel very bad for some women. I do. Because it's not their fault. They were played. They just don't know it. The same way we've been played. A lot of people just don't know it. A lot of people do not know what's going on. All right. This situation with my guy, Billy Carson. First off, before I speak on anything dealing with Billy Carson, I do not condone or support any of the rhetoric that Billy Carson has ever pushed. But at the same token, when it comes to history, which I didn't understand why he couldn't refute anything that dude said because he's forcing history. He called Apocrypha Texas fakes because they weren't canonized. Do you understand what I just said? So there's an authority we're speaking on. Before we even get into Huff or Carson, let's just talk to the intentions again, because I see in intentions. I can't help it. I'm awakened. Go ahead. So, he messed my whole train of thought up. No, you're good. Oh, my bad. Let me pause. There's a question. Anyway, there's a whole. Hey, you messed my train of thought up. I had a brain fart. That's crazy. Oh, it's because I smoked. Don't smoke. Don't smoke bud, guys. I just had a brain fart. All right. Intention, because I see an intention. I'm awakened. I'm back. All right. What are the intentions behind that? Being canonized. That means we want you to know a whole bunch of shit over here. We don't want you to know this. Nah, not happening. Why? Because it goes against the kind of narrative I would assume. But actually, let me X that out. I'm going to have to re-edit that. Because, again, I got to speak in unbiased form. But if I want to make it like comedy, I can do it like The Daily Show is. They say a whole bunch of truth, but they're not perspective biased. Like they're just pushing information. And that's what I need to learn how to do and master. Because if I don't, they're going to give me harmful content. And I don't want to spend information. And this is about Billy Carson was and we're talking about the Bible and history. So therefore, there's some facts I'm saying, but I can't speak with perspective. Does that make sense to y'all? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm pushing an ideology. You can't do that. That's the problem. You have to read those guidelines. And that's the one thing I'm going to have to battle with. And I'm trying to fucking maneuver my way. And the best way I could do it is, let's just say the news won't be the truth. Isn't that fucking ironic? The news is the reason why I figured it out, because it was so goddamn truthful. Get the fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, it's crazy. Sometimes, listen, the Bible said God will use a sinner. But okay, the intentions of this non-canonized text that this guy, William Huff, based all his arguments and conversation on. And he just misquoted. Billy Carson got exposed for having his pants down and trying to use the excuse of him being in a hospital and it being 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm sorry, but if you're an expert or anything, if anybody talked to me about any of the pertaining subjects that I have deep, defined knowledge in as master, or even as now, as a conspiracy theorist, I can speak on a multitude of things just from picking up a book, researching, reading with my own eyes, not just looking at videos. I can speak on things because I pay attention and do something with my time. Because why am I going to be happier to talk about anything? Just imagine, right? I'm up here looking like an asshole, and I'm talking about how I feel about things. Did you know? Who the fuck gives a fuck about how you feel? No one on here cares how I feel. They don't care. They care about what I can tell them. And they trust me with the information that I'm going to tell them something that is actual fact, or at least provoke their thought and give them a new perspective. I'm not here just fucking another person complaining. You know what I mean? So that's why this whole content thing, it's you have to know what the fuck I'm even speaking on, guys. I have to. Now, do I know everything? No, I could be wrong. And I will admit I'm wrong in fucking national TV if I had to. I don't care. It's not about me being wrong or right. That means it's about your ego. If you care more about how people view you and what you think about here on here, and the only reason you're researchers is because you want to become famous, fuck famous. I'm trying to save people. I'm trying to maybe, I don't know, something that's almost like dreamlike and heaven on earth. It might not be for my generation. It might not be General Z. Whatever. It might be not the next 5 generations. But I will be the fucking precipice. Or they'll have to do another reset. Can you hear me? No, I can't hear myself at all. No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if I'm even talking to anybody. I see my thing going up there too. Sorry, guys. I like to be able to hear myself. It's all this new system we're trying, but I don't like how they used, or William Huff used, on Billy Carson. And was he not there? Yes. But I feel like that was on purpose. Because have you guys ever heard Billy Carson speak? Very intelligent. Okay, he got misquoted on the Sinai Bible being the Book of Barnabas. But as soon as they talking about the Book of Barnabas or the book of fucking Enoch or any of that, they're non-canonized, illegitimate, which other people took as, oh, here's a story. You know what? I would love to see William Huff. If I get big, let me tell you something. If this gets big, I will have deconstruction.zone on my podcast with William Huffer, whoever the fuck over. Because let me tell you, no man can go toe to toe. I don't care how much a year of a theologian they are. Guess what? Deconstruction.zone doesn't need Billy Carson's fucking perspective. He uses the Bible to discredit the Bible. Let me say that again. This man uses the Bible to discredit the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? It's mean, nasty word. You have to know what the fuck you're talking about. Have to. And let me tell you, are you awakened just because Billy Carson got defeated? He got defeated on. Now, no, part of stuff. Let me rewind that back. Don't be depressed that Billy Carson got knocked, because that doesn't represent your faith or what you now know to be true with the lies of the deception of the world, with the city capital states and all that. You don't have to. You understand? You know who you are. But His ego did defeat him. Billy Carson's ego. That's who beat him. It wasn't Billy Huff, William Huff, but it wasn't Huff. It was Billy Carson's ego beat up Billy Carson. And you guys got to be careful with success can change you. I believe he was a spiritual ass person. I believe it. I just believe he was on a negative aspect of it. And what he did is he manipulated spirituality to benefit from it financially. He preaches a whole lot. You know, we need to stop paying tax. We need to stop doing this. We need to unite as a world. What does that man do for his community? What's Billy do? Could he be a plant? I don't know if he is. I can't give you the perspective. I'm asking a question. Think about what I'm saying here. And then was this fall of the spiritual people who are waking up the conscious, who he happens to be a representation of, and the whole people was designed to fall so that the awakening wouldn't happen. Chopped up, make us second guess what we're doing, make us second guess our instinct. Think about the intentions again behind that Huff and Carson. No one knew who the fuck that man was. Now all of a sudden he's everywhere. I have a question. Can I make a video like that and become everywhere? I've been doing this for 4 years. 5. Fuck what I'm talking about. Sorry for cussing. Gotta work on that. But you know what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying here. Question everything. You know when they say the world is a stage? You know when they say that? You think they were playing? You thought that was just something cool to say? Come here. Shakespeare's not real. That's thinking. The world is a stage. If you think I'm lying, Google it. They control it up. Yeah. Y'all bugging. Oh Lord, let me tell you. Today, before I get off, let's talk about me and Cliff. Today, me and Cliff were held a conversation saying, "Oh, weren't you nervous even to make the first episode?" After we made the first episode, we wanted to make another one because now the jitters got. I mean, especially when I got to watch myself, I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna let my ego go for a little bit. Ego's good too. I'm fucking proud of me, man. Like I can't believe I'm doing this. Right? I can't believe I met a best friend, bro. It's my third time probably with him, third life cycle. I just met him again. This nigga won't leave me alone. What are you talking about? You know, it's a fuck word, damn. But nah, we were nervous, man. We really were. I was nervous. Listen, when all you know is to, oh, I'll get the next one, or I'll get the next one. Let me be real. This is the first time I ever was been aggressively on anything in my life. And that's funny. I am aggressive when it comes to doing this. I wanted to move out here the second I felt it. Getting banned didn't matter. I didn't give a fuck. I need to get out here immediately. I've never done nothing like this. I left my son, guys. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. A lot of us get held back because we're afraid to take a jump. And we always have these excuses, or not excuses, excuse me. We have these situationships that we use as crutches on not to act. Don't do that. You rather know and fail than never know and could have succeeded. How would you know? I'll tell you how you know. Divine timing is already written. There's nothing you can do to change it. So why not make what's written exactly? I love all of you. Thank you for this journey. And I'm about to get off when I say pineapples. He's got 10 seconds to cut the feed. Pineapples. I love all of y'all. I really do. We'll be doing an episode tomorrow. We're probably gonna mix up some kinks and all that. I'll tell you and give you more update on Coach Tommy. If no one's told you today, you're beautiful and I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful night.